This is 7 National News, and in our top story, Her Royal Highness Princess Haya of Jordan and wife of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, has urged world leaders to act immediately to help the hundreds of millions of people around the world living in hunger during the 5th World Government Summit in Dubai on Monday. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid and His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the Crown Prince of Dubai, along with a number of world leaders and senior government officials, attended the speech given by Princess Haya of Jordan on the second day of the World Government Summit in Dubai. During her speech, Princess Haya stressed that ending world hunger is of vital importance for humanitarian, political and economic reasons, as there are still 800 million people in the world who are suffering from hunger and poverty. She added that the poor and the hungry do not think about anything but how to gain their daily bread. If we don't move on that, then we lose our humanity, something that is worse than the disaster itself. While stating that the launch of the UAE Food Bank program was a key step in contributing to the elimination of hunger around the UAE and the globe, Princess Haya quoted the Food and Agriculture Organization as saying that more needs to be done, as the annual food waste worldwide is worth about $2.6 trillion. She stated that our plan of action on a humanitarian level will start by putting an end to hunger and then fighting poverty through innovation and transparency. A major $1.4 billion UAE highway is set to be completed by the middle of this year, improving transport links across the western region of the UAE. Local authorities in the western region were quoted in local media reports as saying that the first phase of the 5.3 billion dirham Al-Mafraq Al-Ghuwaifat highway project in Abu Dhabi was completed last year. The project includes the construction of 16 new interchanges as well as extensive improvement work of up to 246 kilometers of road stretching from Mafraq to the border with Saudi Arabia and the industrial hub in Ruwais. The project also includes the construction of new lanes in both directions for the roads between Mafraq and Baynuna forest area and between Baraka and Ghuwaifat. Local media reports quoted Sheikh Hamdan bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the ruler's representative in the western region, as saying that the latest project will help in providing better accommodation, health services, education, roads and transport in the region, and also ensure an effective transport system as per the Abu Dhabi plan to establish a sustainable infrastructure with the best international standards. The mid-2017 completion date was announced after Sheikh Hamdan bin Zayed Al Nahyan recently inspected progress on the Mafraq Al-Ghuwaifat highway project. Educational experts warned that UAE schools may face difficult times ahead, as many are struggling to survive with rising operational costs, dropping profits and a global competition for best teachers. Officials representing the Dubai-based education provider Taaleem were quoted in a newspaper as saying that many schools, which are relatively new to the UAE, are already closing or looking to sell their school properties. With an additional 175,000 school places expected to be opened by 2020 and 90% of them in the private sector, experts warn that this is complicating the situation and contributing to an oversupply of schools in the country. While stating that existing schools with a good track record and sound financial viability will be able to overcome the survival challenges, experts revealed that they are already closely monitoring the situation about how new entrants to the UAE are going to fare when the projections in their business plans fall far short of their targets. On the positive side, a recent report by the consultants PricewaterhouseCoopers revealed that there is growth in private primary and secondary school enrollments in almost all of the Emirates, led by Dubai and excluding Fujairah, with Dubai estimated to need another 74,500 places in 50 new private schools by 2020 and 62,000 more places in 52 new private schools required in Abu Dhabi. Experts highlighted that in order to withstand the challenges of an unstable education market, regulators should ensure that new entrants to the market have strong business plans. The Roads and Transport Authority has announced that it is set to start the operation of the new driverless flying vehicle named EHang 184 as early as July 2017. In a press statement, the RTA revealed that it has conducted a series of test runs of the autonomous aerial vehicle along with the Chinese firm EHang, which is also capable of carrying a human. The new electrically powered AAV has 8 propellers, and the vehicle can fly for a maximum of 30 minutes straight at a maximum cruising speed of 160 kilometers an hour, while also reaching a maximum height of 3,000 feet. According to the RTA, it is designed to operate under all climatic conditions apart from thunderstorms. The EHang 184 is designed to be directed and monitored through a command and control center, while it also carries autopilot features. As per its functions, the passenger can select a destination along its preset routes, and the AAV will then start automatic operation, as well as take off and cruise to the set destination before descending and landing in a specific spot. The vehicle was displayed at the ongoing World Government Summit, where His Excellency Matar al-Tayar was quoted as saying that the AAV should help in achieving their autonomous transport vision 2030. There is good news for drivers in the UAE capital, as it will now become a lot easier to find a parking spot thanks to the new mergers of different parking zones announced by Abu Dhabi Department of Municipal Affairs and Transport. The Abu Dhabi DMAT has announced a series of changes to the parking zones, allowing select parking permit holders to park in the different areas of the city. The authority has uploaded an image on its Twitter account to illustrate the change, which shows that in sector E16, E16-1 and E16-2 were merged together, allowing permit holders to park in the same zones. Similarly, E18-1, E18-2 and E18-3 were merged in the E18 zone. As per the additional changes, sector E19 was merged with W14-2. Sector W12 has been merged with W10, while sector E1 has been merged with E2. Sector W7-1 permit holders can use parking spaces in W7-2, but not the opposite. In addition, the permit holders of sector E9-2 are allowed to use parking spaces in E7 and E9-1, but not the opposite. Moreover, permit holders in sector E22 are allowed to use parking spaces in W15-2, but also not the opposite. The director of Mawaqif was quoted in local reports as saying that adding more parking spaces will offer convenience for the public and prevent random parking that disrupts the traffic. The Sharjah municipality has intensified its inspection campaign and monitoring role in beaches and tourist areas to ensure its cleanliness to coincide with activities of the Sharjah Light Festival organised by the Sharjah Tourism Department from the 2nd to the 11th of February. The Sharjah Light Festival, which concluded recently, has attracted a large number of tourists and visitors from around the country and from Arab countries who come to enjoy the colour of lights that decorate the Sharjah's landmarks. To ensure that the city's cleanliness is not affected by the rush of people, the Sharjah municipality had put a plan in place which included deploying inspectors in areas of the festival such as Khalid Lagoon and near Ar-Noor Mosque. The municipality inspectors were trained in how to deal with public professionally while carrying out their monitoring and the inspection duties. Meanwhile, teams of scuba divers earlier this week joined a Sharjah aquarium initiative to remove waste from a large shipwreck that has become an important marine habitat and popular diving site. The cargo vessel MC Dara exploded and sank in 1961, a disaster that claimed the lives of 238 people. 20 highly trained divers from Sharjah Police and the Emirates Diving Centre travelled from Sharjah Aquarium to the scene of the wreck, where they divided to recover more than 300 kilograms of items, including old fishing nets. And finally, this evening, a new interactive projector technology by Epson, introduced at Al-Ittihad National Private School in Abu Dhabi, is making classrooms smarter and also helping both students and teachers to adopt to the 21st century teaching and learning skills. During a briefing at Al-Ittihad National Private School in the capital on Monday, it was revealed that the 3 LCD finger touch interactive projectors installed in all their kindergarten, elementary, middle and secondary school level classrooms is fostering collaboration and critical thinking skills which were not possible before. While stating that choosing the right educational technology is critical in improving teacher instruction and student engagement, school administrators also revealed that teachers who used the projectors noticed strong grade improvements in students. And according to their internal survey, 60% reported an improvement in grades and 78% said that they could add elements to their lessons not possible before. Apart from improving their subject comprehension, teachers also highlighted that the new technology is bringing the classroom alive, and even the usually quieter students are more forthcoming and involved during their interaction. One key highlight of the interactive finger touch projector technology is that it can protect content from tablets onto the board and also add notes to it on the board in real time using their fingers.
It's easy to use for the teachers. You can save your work, you can prepare work beforehand and project it onto the screen, and it's just time, it saves a lot of time. Students are able to come and write on the boards, they are able to interact. You can use many different websites where children can consolidate concepts. You can introduce concepts using YouTube, you can use other kinds of videos. For me, I feel it's really great because it appeals to all different learning styles. It appeals to children who need to be visually stimulated. Children who need to understand through hearing, children who are tactile and need movement. It gets the children who are full of energy just to bounce around, to get around, to move around. It makes life easier for them. You're able to differentiate. Students don't only have to now write on a piece of paper, they can voice note their answers, they can draw their answers now, they can submit their answers to their teacher. It's just making life a lot easier in the classroom and more interactive and more fun.
While talking about how the new technology is only complementing and not replacing the traditional ways of learning through books, technology providers stated that their aim is to provide students and teachers with a technologically advanced interactive atmosphere, as newer ways of learning can create a whole new generation of students equipped with the right set of technological skills.
We know that technology is being used in the classroom, but we usually think of technology taking the attention away from the teacher, but now we're making it part of the teaching process, so it's making it fun. Now, as we saw in one of the classrooms, making it fun will make the students actually engage more. So the engagement increases, the grade increases, the effectiveness of the delivery increases now. And we have a lot of actually tools and features included in the technology. So we're not just talking about just projection and writing on it, but we're talking about even using handheld devices, you know, answering questions by using an iPad, for example, or any other device, and showing it on the projector. So there's two-way communication between the student and the teacher without the need of a student actually going to the board. Now, obviously, that's an advantage. Specifically for kids, when they go up to the board and write answers, etc., it makes it a lot more fun.